Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I've uploaded videos. This is my second ever video on my channel. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing a story time today about my experience. It's gonna be my experience at beauty school. So yeah, let's just jump. So this was back in 2019, about I would say 6 or 7 months after I graduated high school. I was like, well, can't go to the school I've always wanted to go to, so I'm just gonna apply for beauty school. So I applied for this very well-known beauty school, at least in my state, and it was a rough start. I applied to be a cosmetologist at first, and I was like, well, that's actually not what I want to do. I'm like I don't want to work with hair, so I applied to be an esthetician. And then I started February 5th of 2019. So I started, and like the teachers, well, they're called instructors. They're like, they made it known that like a lot of stuff that they do here and like they practice on are not for black people. Like there was like, we can't do these certain treatments on you because you have darker skin. And I'm like, well, okay, like are we able to like practice on other people? Like, yeah, you just can't do it on yourself or anyone of a darker skin complexion. And I just thought that was a little weird, because I know a lot of procedures, like after like graduating from school, and I looked up like well-known black like estheticians, and like you can do it on darker skin tones. I just think they didn't have like, they didn't want to do it. I'm just thinking like that, because I know a lot of people that get like microblading done, or like chemical peels done on their skin, and they're of a darker complexion than me. So I just thought that was super weird that it's because if you look up like microblading or chemical peels done on darker skin, it's videos out there. There's clearly people that go and get them done. So I just thought it was weird. Since where I know that this school was a little, I'm gonna lose racist in the loose term just for a little bit, because like they just were like discriminatory. I think that's the right word. Like they just didn't have skin for like makeup for like people that are of a darker skin complexion. Like concealers, they didn't have it, foundations, like a lot of the color palettes that they had, like for like eyeshadows and lipsticks, didn't go with the undertones of a black person. I just really thought it was really weird that they just didn't even attempt to like have, they actually kind of attempted. It was like for people that are like a little bit lighter than me, but like not light skin. It was just really weird, and the ashy ass undertones of the makeup, like it was so gross. I remember one incident, we were doing like, we had learned makeup, we had to do like a practical on it, and this girl, I did her makeup first, like it came out cool. I do like a natural, a subtle glam, like a subtle bold look on her, like it was like neutral eyes with a bold lip. Did it fine, you know, had her skin tone. I put concealer on, I put foundation on the lips, everything, like it matched her skin tone because they had it for her skin. She did it on me, and the teachers are over there like, oh my god, her face, like, what is she doing to her? And I'm just sitting there like, I'm looking around, like all the other people are getting their makeup done, and I look over to the other two people that are like POCs in my class, and they're like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's on my face? Like, what is she doing? She growing that fucking dick on my forehead? Like, I was just so confused. And the undertone of this makeup on my face, bro, literally made like look, I was casket ready. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Everybody's like telling me like, it looks so bad, like go take it off, like go take it off, like why did she do that to you? And I think they still passed her. It's just she put the makeup on, it just wasn't for my skin tone. And I just felt so disrespected, low-key. It's like, why would you even do that? You could have just said, I'm just not gonna put foundation and concealer on you. But no, you continue to put it on. Crazy. And then they would just the second incident where I just felt really excluded from the school, we were down there. It was like the first few weeks of school, actually. We were down in the cafeteria like having lunch. Me and a few other people that I went to school with. We came back and we sat in the cafeteria with our food, and we were just eating down there, and this one Caucasian man, he looks at us and he rolls his eyes. He's like, hey, let's get a little ghetto down here. Okay, ghetto? Are you saying that because we're black? Like, I don't know. It was just a little, it screamed a little, it seemed racist with full intent. He literally looked at us. Mind you, there's like it's me and 5 other people that are people of color down there. You look exactly at us and tell your friends and says that. I'm just like, Why did he say that to us? And there's obviously a bunch of other girls in the school, and boys, no, mostly girls, that are black. But you saw a group of black people, not congregating, like sitting together. You decided to just group us together and call us ghetto? Okay, thank you, sir. Not even racist remarks. You're just like being weird about it. Just calling it, like saying like we're too dark to do this, like making fun about hyperpigmentation on darker skin tones. Like it was just a little weird at that school. And I'm not gonna say the names, like I don't want to get that school, like maybe it's just the institute that I went to in my city that acted like that, because I don't want to assume that all the schools have been are like this, but it just seems like the policy was like, black people, you're really not included in this, but you can come to our school and give us like $2,000 every 2 weeks to pay off the rest of your tuition. Thank you. Yeah, I had to pay out of pocket for this school because it was so expensive. Even after financial aid, like I regret it. I regret going to that school like every day of my life. I'm like, I was already like not feeling it because just like all my family were telling me like it's not for white people, it's not for black people, like don't go there, little racist, like just don't go there. I'm like, you guys are being dramatic, like it's just a beauty school, like I'm only gonna be there for like 6 months. No, they're racist as hell. Like I'm dead up, like literally their policy is just like, black people don't come here, but you can if you want. Like it was so crazy. And like I came there full intent to get that license and like do facials and shit. Now I don't know, but yeah, like it was bad. And like the money made it worse. Me having to give them money to even go to this school, like it was gross. So the last incident, it was right before we were graduating, a few weeks after. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it was a few weeks after, and we were sitting in the classroom talking about just like all this stuff we like. Did we like the school? What did we experience? And this one just sitting up there talking to us like, did you guys enjoy being at this school? Like what's things that we can change if we can to like better help like the life of the students? And we're just telling us like, stop being racist, like stop excluding black people from stuff that you do just because you don't want to deal with the color of our skin. Like the color of our skin has nothing to do if you can perform a regular facial on us. Like it was just so weird. Like either in the regular facials that they offered, it was just like, you're not going to see a reaction because your skin's too dark. That's it. That's all they would say. They wouldn't go into it or nothing. Like, we're just not going to do it because your skin's too dark, so what's the point? Okay. And we just like said that like, if it makes us feel like we're not included in anything because any like 3 out of the 5 facials that you were demonstrating to us for like extra practice is like not, we can't perform it on ourselves. Like other students can't do it on us, so what's the point of this? Like it was bad. So she was acting as that, which like we felt so excluded in the school. Like it's perfect, like the instructors didn't do anything about it. We told them about the one incident in the cafeteria. They're just like, we can't really do anything about it. And just like feeling like we're like the outcast. Every time we walk down the halls, like students would look at us like we were weird. The instructors would look at us like we were like creatures coming out of a fucking swamp or something. Like it was just like a little bit of microaggression. Like just, oh, one of the instructors, she literally came up to me. I was in the cafeteria. I used to change my hair a lot at that school because I was just like, let me express myself through my hair. And I was wearing this big red afro puff. I was just like talking to my friends, like getting like the stuff to perform a facial. And the instructor comes up to me. She was like, oh my God, I love your hair. It's so nice. Is this your real hair? First of all, why are you touching me? Back up. Second of all, why would you ask me that? What, you trying to see if I'm available for purchase? Are you trying to see if my hair is, you know, of good quality so you can put in your pillows like your ancestors did? My ancestors? No. Back up. Why are you standing that close to me, petting my hair like I'm a cat? Back up. And if it was my real hair, if it wasn't my real, like, I just don't get why she did that to me. I just don't. And all the other people are looking at me like, why did she just touch you? Why did she ask if that was your real hair? I'm like, this is just a little bit of microaggression for me and I don't appreciate it. Like, get away. Why are you petting me? So like I was telling her about that and like they didn't do anything about it. Like they never talked to the instructor telling her that it was highly inappropriate to be petting. First of all, why are you touching one of your students? And just like I think she like, and there was a lot of stuff that this lady did that just like, I stayed clear of her after that day. after she pet my hair. And you know, 2 days later I changed my hair up again, and she looked at me like weird when she saw me that day. She said, oh, that's you, Yana. Like, I don't know, I just don't get her attempts. I had like a lot of hairstyles up, and I don't get it. She was just so weird. And then I was telling her about like how teachers would just look at us like really, especially the cosmetology teachers there, they would just look at us like we were weird, and I just didn't get it. I'm talking about that. And then one of these students in the other classes, like it was us, we were the day class, and it was being called the split class, but they had, so one of the students stood up and he was like, yeah, like I get it, like this is so racist, like I hate it, like I don't get why they're so discriminatory, you guys. And he was just listing the stuff we were already telling her about. Mind you, this man is white. This man is a Caucasian man, and he was like trying to tell another white lady about this, like the things we went through at the school. I get you're trying to help Mark. That's not his real name or whatever. I don't even know what his real name was. But get away. Like, why are you even including yourself in this conversation? Like, you have nothing to do with it. You don't go through the stuff we go through on a daily basis in real life besides being at this school, so why are you even speaking on it? And he was just getting so upset, and it was causing a lot of like tension in the classroom. So he just told us we'll come back to the conversation in a little bit. I think we tried to revisit the conversation before the class ended, but it just got too out of hand. We all were upset. We like left out of the classroom. The next day we come back to this school, and this man, we all know it was him, because none of us, we're not childish like that, we're all adults. I was like 18, but whatever, we're all adults here. Why are you writing like a something down like to address the teachers like we're in fucking middle school? Like, I think he wrote like and we knew it was him. So I think somebody ended up telling him it was him, but like he's the only one that was that angry to like write it on the board to let like other instructors know. I was hoping that she was gonna tell them but I don't think she was. Like the instructor was not gonna tell the instructors what we were saying about them. But since that incident, he wrote on the board something like that he shouldn't have wrote. That she obviously had to tell the instructors what we were talking about, of what was the cause of that being wrote on the board. We go to talk to them during like one of the days, like the next day during like lunch or something, and they're like crying in their office, like, we're just so sorry, like I know you guys are like, you feel this certain way, and like I'm sorry that made you feel this way, just like trying to play the victim low-key. And I'm not gonna sit up here and like make you feel better for being racist. Like I'm not gonna rub your back and like I'm not gonna accept your apology, because you didn't do anything to change it. We're graduating in like 2 weeks, so if I come back to the school and see that things are changing, but no, I know for a fact they didn't, because they're still gonna make money. They're still gonna be teaching at this school long after we graduate. So there was no point of us even having this little meeting, because nothing is gonna change. You're still gonna act this way. Like literally, it was crazy, and they purposely like excluded us for the rest of the time after that. Low key, like they would not do things with our class anymore. Like I know we were graduating soon, but like it was just like they didn't even care that we were like there anymore after that incident. It was just like whatever, like hurry up and graduate. But come around graduation, they're like crying and hugging us like, oh my god, like I love you, I hope you do well in life, like I'm like, I don't need this. I experienced something that made me low-key depressed, being racially discriminated against for 6 months out of I've been racially discriminated my whole fucking life, but every day. It maybe happens like once a week, but every day for 6 months to people I'm giving money to. I'm supposed to be here for education. People that I'm entrusting with giving me a proper education so I can go off and make money in the future. Like, it was crazy. And they tried to make us feel bad for speaking up against racism. Like, it was insane. And it's probably not even an interesting story, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I've been thinking about that ever since I graduated. Like, it was a little wild ride, and I literally hated every moment of it. Literally, I did not want to be there. I could have dropped out long ago, but I was like, I've already gave you the money, like I'm already here, I might as well stay. I was the reason why one girl dropped out though, low-key. We were 3 weeks in. We're in like this weird room, and we were talking about it because we had already experienced like some of the microaggression from the teachers, and the girl was like, I don't think this is worth it, like I hate being here, I never even want to be here in the first place. My parents are just making me get this education because they want me to go off to college, but I just chose this because it was the next best alternative. And I'm just telling her like, yeah, I want to do that too, like I don't even want to like go to college, I'm just doing this to like make my parents happy. And we're just sitting up there talking, and she's like, I think I'm gonna drop out. I'm like, I think I'm gonna drop out too. I'm thinking this woman is joking. Because like at that point what we experienced is not that serious for us to like low-key drop out, but because I experience my progression on a daily basis being a black woman. But she was just like really taking it to heart, like I hate being here, like I literally want to leave. She thought it was the worst thing in the world. She never wanted to be there in the first place, and literally like a week later I found out she dropped out. Like somebody told me that was in class with her that was like, yeah, she just left, she like didn't want to be here anymore. I was like, damn, I should have did that too. I probably would never experience any of that. I probably should have had all that money I gave to that school. But no, I wanted to stay there and give them $600 every 2 weeks. Like I am so stupid for that, and now I'm gonna go obviously get my license after like a year. But like I don't know, like if I hated it that much, I had plenty of chances and opportunities to drop out. So I must have been something keeping me there. But 5 months of hell. I don't recommend you going to beauty school if you're not actually in it to win it. Like the girls that went there, they were like in there to have a career, own a fucking salon one day. I was just there because I didn't want to go to college. And I'm still not in college, so I don't think college is that important, to be honest. Like they would not do things with our class anymore. Like I know we were graduating soon, but like it was just like they didn't even care that we were like there anymore after that incident. It was just like whatever, like hurry up and graduate. But come around with graduation, they're like crying and hugging me. I was like, oh my god, like I love you, I hope you do well in life, like I'm like, I don't need this. I experienced something that made me low-key depressed, being racially discriminated against for 6 months out of I've been racially discriminated my whole fucking life, but every day it maybe happens like once a week, but every day for 6 months to people I'm giving money to. I'm supposed to be here for education, people that I'm entrusting to give me a proper education so I can go off and make money in the future. Like it was crazy. And they tried to make us feel bad for speaking up against racism. Like it was insane. And it's probably not even an interesting story, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I've been thinking about that ever since I graduated. Like it was a little wild ride, and I literally hated every moment of it. Literally, I did not want to be there. I could have dropped out long ago, but I was like, I've already gave them money, like I'm already here, I might as well stay. I was the reason why one girl dropped out though, low-key. We were 3 weeks in. We're in like this weird room and we were talking about it because we had already experienced like some of the microaggression from the teachers, and the girl was like, I don't think this is worth it, like I hate being here, I never even want to be here in the first place. My parents are just making me get this education because they want me to go off to college, but I just chose this because it was the next best alternative. And I'm just telling her like, yeah, I want to do that too, like I don't even want to like go to college, I'm just doing this to like make my parents happy. And we're just sitting up there talking, and she's like, I think I'm gonna drop out. I'm like, I think I'm gonna drop out too. I'm thinking this woman is joking. Because like at that point what we experienced is not that serious for us to like low-key drop out, but because I experienced my progression on a daily basis being a black woman. But she was just like really taking it to heart, like I hate being here, like I literally want to leave. She thought it was the worst thing in the world. She never wanted to be there in the first place, and literally like a week later I found out she dropped out. Like somebody told me that was in class with her that was like, yeah, she just left, she like didn't want to be here anymore. I was like, damn, I should have did that too. I probably would never experience any of that. I probably should have had all that money I gave to that school. But no, I wanted to stay there and give them $600 every 2 weeks. Like I am so stupid for that, and now I'm gonna go obviously get my license after like a year. But like I don't know, like if I hated it that much, I had plenty of chances and opportunities to drop out. So I must have been something keeping me there. But 5 months of hell. I don't recommend you going to beauty school if you're not actually in it to win it. Like the girls that went there, they were like in there to have a career, own a fucking salon one day. I was just there because I didn't want to go to college. I'm still not in college, so I don't think college is that important, to be honest. You can get a career being anything in life. I think if you're not going for something that's going to change humanity, it's just for you to be happy. Like photography or stuff, that's what I'm gonna be doing photography stuff. Like stuff that just makes you happy. I don't think you have to actually go to college for it. Like if it's not career focus based, you know, like being a business owner, like a manager or something, or like working with computers or nursing, like stuff like that. Like if you don't want to be any of that, I don't think college is for you. So advice from a college dropout. Yeah, so if you guys want any more story times, I'll definitely do them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you. Yeah, so if you guys want any more story times, I'll definitely do them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys next time. All my social media is at YanaTurnipC, and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter,